Hello, my name's Steve Don Carlos. I'm the chairman of the board of directors of the Baytown Chamber of Commerce, and I'd like to welcome you to the 2020 State of the City speech. You know, in this train wreck of a year that we call 2020, a lot of exciting things continue to happen in our city, and we have an amazing future ahead of us. It's my honor today to introduce to you Mayor Brandon Capetillo. Brandon is a graduate of Baytown Lee High School, Lee College, and the University of Houston Clear Lake, where he got a degree in government history. He's a veteran of the United States Air Force, where he served in Operation Desert Storm, and he's past post commander for the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 912 located here in Baytown. He also serves in the Baytown Rotary Club. Brandon was elected mayor of the city in 2018. Before that, he spent several years as a city councilman for District 3 in the western side of our city. He was appointed in 2013 by the Harris County Commissioners Court to serve on the Board of Managers of the Harris County Hospital District, currently known as the Harris Health Board of Managers. He currently serves as secretary for the Harris County Mayor and Council Association, and in November, Mayor Capetillo will be a recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award for 2020 by the University of Houston Clear Lake Alumni Association. Brandon's a corporate quality manager for Airgas, a air liquide company that provides specialty gases to various industries and markets. Previously, he was the deputy program manager at the NASA Johnson Space Center Calibration Laboratory as a federal contractor. Brandon's been extremely busy since he was elected mayor of our city. In fact, it's my understanding that he has been doing some time traveling in order to better prepare himself for the challenges ahead.
Well, all I want is a party doll to come along with me when I'm feeling wild, to be ever loving, true and fair, to run her fingers through my hair. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. Come along and be my party doll. I'll make love to you. I'll make love to you. Well, I saw a guy walking down the street.
I hope you can tell how busy the mayor has been since he took office. It's my understanding that he has recently been visiting the year 2035, and he's due back in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh, Mayor, I just got back from 2035. I have so much to say. You would not believe, oh my gosh. First off, Garth Road is 19 lanes wide. There's 3 malls, 17 Chick-fil-A's. I think there's 7 Raising Cane's.
Oh, yes.
And the best news is North Main just got finished. I tell you what, I can't wait to tell you all the things about Baytown. But first, let's get down to business.
Welcome back, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. I tell you what, if you didn't like masks in 2020, you can't imagine what they're going to have in 2035 for us.
Oh my God. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome to the 2020 State of the City for Baytown, Texas. Like everything else in 2020, this year's State of the City will be different. I appreciate the Baytown Chamber of Commerce and all its board of directors and its staff in their efforts to ensure business continues in Baytown, and for providing an opportunity for myself and the city to showcase some of what is happening in our great city. And certainly I also want to thank Faith Family Church for allowing us to record in their beautiful venue. Since last time we spoke, which was in spring of 2019, much progress has been made on a few key projects. Additionally, many discussions have taken place between City Council and City Administration to provide clear direction on what our city will look like in the next few years and beyond. This is all part of a strategic plan that begins with our citizens and their input. Many times we only focus on the short-term goals, what we can be achieved in the very near future or while we are in public office. But that is not the outlook by our City Council or our City Administration. We are making strategic decisions with the bigger picture in mind, with a better outcome that will transcend our time in public office and our various roles. I am fortunate to have a very dedicated and knowledgeable City Council to work side by side toward the goal of a better Baytown. So to council members Alvarado, Presley, Johnson, Bettencourt, Hoskins, and Himsel, I sincerely thank you for all your efforts in achieving the goals that we have set and the ones that we also continue to make progress on. So let's get down to what is happening in Baytown. Let me first introduce you to a logo that I hope you will become very familiar with. It is called the Better Baytown logo. When you see this logo, it is an indication that the city is investing in our infrastructure or quality of life projects. We wanted to provide our citizens the ability to check status on some key capital improvement projects, so we developed a web page that allows for our citizens from the comfort of their own homes to check the status and see additional details about projects that are happening in our city. Please visit betterbaytown.com to see these capital improvement projects. Here are a few projects that we'd like to highlight. Last fall, the City of Baytown was able to enter into an economic development agreement with Enterprise Products. It would provide funding for the design and construction of a new public safety administration building. This building will house both police and fire administration and law enforcement operations. The projected cost of this facility is $66 million, and we plan to break ground in late 2021. We will be able to provide our public safety personnel with a state-of-the-art facility that will help them in providing the very best public safety services to our citizens. So we certainly thank Enterprise Products, and we certainly wish them much success as they continue to prosper. At our last council retreat earlier this year, City Council made a decision to address our major commercial corridor, Garth Road. This has been the #1 area of concern from our citizens each year when they have been surveyed. Once the decision has been made, we worked with the Houston-Galveston Area Council, the Transportation Policy Council, and were able to secure federal funding that will pay for 75% of the initial construction and widening of Garth Road. The first phase will be from I-10 to just south of Archer Road. The project will provide for 3 traffic lanes in each direction and a 16-foot wide median. Traffic lanes will expand from 10 feet to 11 feet wide, and sidewalks will be installed on both sides, with one sidewalk being wide enough for shared uses. Additionally, when you take a look at Garth Road, you will see a large amount of overhead infrastructure above ground, and it is simply just not visibly pleasing. So we were provided 3 options to reduce the amount of visible infrastructure, including poles and wires that currently exist. The option we selected should reduce what you currently see by 80% once it is all completed. We hope to begin construction either late 2021 or early 2022. The widening and reconstruction of Garth Road will provide an opportunity to revitalize the economic landscape of this corridor. You will also continue to see reconstruction of many streets throughout our city. In particular, Rolling Brook, Savelle, and Fairway will begin the design or reconstruction phase throughout the next year. But these are just a few streets that will be addressed. Over the next year, the city will reconstruct 7.5 miles of roadways. The City of Baytown was also awarded a partnership grant with Harris County Precinct 2 Commissioner Adrian Garcia's office to redevelop the Market Street corridor from West Baytown to the Texas Avenue area. This project will include amenities for a shared path, for biking and other uses. In addition to that, there will be a cornerstone project for the redevelopment of this corridor. This is made by Goose Creek Consolidated ISD, and it will be the relocation and construction of San Jacinto Elementary at the corner of Market Street and Earhart Drive. Following recent rain events, we gained a better understanding of what mitigation actions were needed to make and decided to address a few hotspot areas. We were able to work with Harris County once again to provide funding to make repairs to the Texas Avenue and Pruitt area to prevent and reduce the risk of flooding to area buildings and businesses. Also, through Harris County, we were able to have funding to address flooding that was occurring at the corner of Texas Avenue and the Main Street area, and that project is currently under construction. Dabubina and the Fell Street areas are also other hot spots that we are pursuing funding on so that we can make the long-needed, long-term repairs. We are so proud of our parks in our city. We continue to add connectivity of our trails and sidewalks and additional amenities to make our parks more enjoyable and safer for all our citizens. At Jenkins Park, we recently developed what is termed as the Perfect Park Trail. It will have a lighted trail between Jenkins and Holloway Park and a solar-powered lighting addition to the trail, also at Jenkins, for parkgoers to enjoy throughout the evening. Also, based on direct input from our citizens, security cameras, 911 markers, and increased police presence were all added to this location. And this is a pilot initiative, and if successful, which I know it will be, may be expanded to other parks throughout our city. These are the type of improvements we believe will continue to elevate our quality of life for our citizens, and we will continue to explore additional ways to make our parks even better and safer. We continue to see very strong residential growth in the Baytown area. Some particular neighborhoods that are under development now is the Friendswoods Development Area, Southwinds Phase 2, Goose Creek Landing, the Heights of Baytown, and the continued build-out of Goose Creek Reserve. Combined, these developments and others that are planned or that have been submitted for platting represent approximately 5,000 new single-family homes coming to the Baytown region. With an additional 1,150 proposed multifamily units, there is no doubt that Baytown is a community that many families are choosing to call home. We continue to elevate the expectations of top-tier housing and the associated amenities such as dedicated walking trails and a community recreation facility. With new neighborhoods and new schools being built, we continue to have high interest from multiple restaurant and retail developers. A few key areas of interest include the I-10 frontage and also new commercial development along that corridor. Community Honda is building a fabulous new dealership right there along I-10. And next to the dealership is a development that will include an emergency room center and expected retail and additional restaurants. We are working with KMN Realty to develop approximately 200 acres of a mixed-use property near North 146 and Interstate 10. And currently, Baker Katz is constructing a new retail center at the northwest corner of Thompson Road and I-10. Next, let me tell you about our employees. We are so proud of each and every one of them. They are the backbone to our organization, and they provide our citizens the very best service possible. They always are dedicated and serve with a can-do attitude. And this year has been even more challenging for them, but they all have responded very well under these very difficult conditions. They are empowered to take ownership of issues and to challenge the status quo to deliver the best service to our citizens. Our employees are constantly evaluating current practices to find ways to do things better or more efficient, including collaboration across departments and striving for a culture of inclusion and teamwork. Let me tell you a little bit about my black belt experience here in the city of Baytown earlier this year. I was able to go and be part of a cohort with myself and other employees from different departments to discuss challenges and issues that we see every day. And so we were given opportunities and learned of different methods to address issues and ways to problem solve together. So throughout this process of a few hours, I think it was 20 hours in total that we spent as a team, we erased anything about being mayor, about being a director, about being whoever your title may be with the city of Baytown, and we worked as a team so that the output of our discussions and our teamwork was to provide a more efficient, a faster, better, or even maybe time savings output from our team. We built a few Lego airplanes, and we had to make sure that these airplanes were built to specification. If they were not, then they were rejected. So we had to make sure that we reduce as much waste as possible so we did not cause our citizens, in a sense, any additional cost. It was a good experience for me, and it certainly is a good indication that our employees are always trying to solve problems to provide the best services possible in making a better Baytown. So I cannot express the appreciation for our employees and what they do for us each and every day. So let me tell you a little bit about Baytown's next chapter in our history. We have recently entered into an agreement with Hyatt to build a 208-room Hyatt Regency at Baytown Island. This will also be complemented with a convention center that will have the capacity to host events for up to 900 individuals. It will have a grand ballroom and multiple smaller conference rooms. So if you ever had to host an event here in Baytown for more than 350 people, unfortunately, you will not be able to do so. You have to go outside our city in order to host an event of that magnitude. So we certainly hope that once conditions allow, we will be able to break ground on this beautiful facility sometime in 2021. Just imagine driving over the Fred Hartman Bridge and seeing a Hyatt Regency on Baytown Island. Wow. These type of marquee projects is something that will be the driving force in the economic development of the area, and who knows what else can be brought to Bayland Island in the future. With the construction and completion of the Grand Parkway in this area, it will certainly be a high area of interest for redevelopment and new construction. In closing, I hope you can see that we are certainly busy in making an investment in the critical infrastructure and improving the quality of life for all our citizens. And the future of Baytown is very bright. Every area of our city is being addressed in some way. It may come in the form of streets, drainage, parks, or new facilities. And we are making every effort in making our city a better Baytown. Baytown has seen its challenges throughout its history. This includes world wars, hurricanes, and now a pandemic. We have always emerged stronger, smarter, and better prepared after each one of them. We will have a post-COVID Baytown. It may look different, it may be different, but it's always going to be a better Baytown. Let's focus on the things that unites us as a community. Let's find new ways to conduct business in an ever-changing economic environment. Although the future is unknown, and although the future may seem uncertain at times, we are able to envision what our future may look like. We are able to strategically plan and make the changes needed today to achieve what the future holds. But we must get there together and take the first step. But sometimes that first step is uncomfortable and is difficult. But we must continue to always look just beyond that horizon. Sometimes it's hard to see, but we can get there, and we must get there together. I am committed in the future of Baytown, and I'm committed in setting up our business community for success. And I am certain our best years are just beyond that horizon. And I ask for you to join me on this adventure in building a better Baytown. So may God bless you, may God bless the great state of Texas, and certainly may God bless our great nation.